Hi everybody, Radamant here. This will be part 10 of my Birth of a Nation series, where I start with one tribe member and I try to make as large of a community as possible. So when I last left off, I had a fair bit of calamity, but here we are. We've got the base kind of well set up at this point. Unfortunately for me, there's a poison ship nearby that I might not be able to tackle until this toxic fallout settles. We will see. I'm just trying to finish up walling off my base for security purposes. So during all of this weather event, let's call it, I have to really keep a close eye on the health of my colonists. I don't want them out too long. I don't want them getting toxically affected in any way. But this should help. Creating a door out to my power grid. Now I have Tusk. Oh, where's Shepherd going? Oh, that's fine. I have Tusk and Shepherd still venturing out quite a bit to set up the walls here. They're hauling and that will cause a fair bit of toxic buildup. I don't want to push my luck, of course, so I got to be careful with that. But I do now have an easy access door to it. So what I am planning on doing here is sort of holding up for the duration of the toxic fallout and waiting it out, let's say. So I think at this point I don't need any more granite blocks. I don't need to be stocking that zone. I really only need what little metal to finish off some of the circuitry. I do need to keep a close eye on my colonists. Toxic buildup is no joke. But with all the mechanites I am infected with, getting through the mining is actually pretty quick. It's the one fortunate thing about these mechanites. Sure, I am in pain, but boy am I mining quickly. Like bionically quickly. Or even beyond. So let's keep an eye on this health. I seem to be fine. Gonna do a quick scan on everyone's health. Initial. Only initial. I'm not gonna worry about it until it gets past initial. So I have a fair bit of the power grid that is queued up to build, but not built yet. As you can see, I want to eventually expand my power grid and have a lot of redundancies so that I don't have a single point of failure. That way, if I have a fire or a raider destroy a piece of my base or something like that, my whole base doesn't go dark. Especially now that I'm sporting some improvised turrets. Going dark would be very, very bad if I'm relying on the turrets to be doing some firing. So Tusk seems to be the one spending the most time outside, and yet she is totally fine and has no buildup whatsoever. Interesting. I do hope that she finishes up mining soon so that I can get back to research. So research is where I think she's going to be most useful. Some cargo pods came down. What was in them? Husky fur. Yep, that's a little too far from my base to bother going for. Now I'm just going to cancel the rest of this mining in lieu of making sure my people stay safe. Anyone that comes out here, I will just queue them up to haul instead. Someone's not. Oh, yeah, there we go. It's already reserved by someone else, that's why. Alright, so now I have a multi-analyzer. Before I start or continue additional research, I want to get this up and running, which means I need plasteel. which means I probably need machining, so I'll get smithing going. I'd like to get a multi-analyzer, but not at the cost of... Whoa, how about you carry the whole thing there, buddy? There we go. You were hunting Teddy. Shepherd. Alright, let's cancel this. This is crazy, Shepherd. Really unproductively crazy. You don't need to be out there. In fact, everyone get back inside. I'm going to lock the doors in on them. I don't really have a good reason for leaving. I believe everyone's inside. Let me do a quick little sweep. Yep, everyone's inside. What to plant here? Maybe some corn. Well, I have a fair amount of time with my people inside being limitedly productive. I'm going to unlock the doors just in case they want to chop down some trees. I do have some furniture I want built. Tribespeople coming, and they are preparing. You know what? I am going to take a bit of a risk here and try to trigger this crashed poison ship part on them in a way that they are forced to fight the mechanoids and not I. If I can avoid a fight, I will, in fact, avoid a fight. Not that I'm a coward. I fought them many a times, but there's no point in me risking my hide if I can just risk theirs. There we go. The rest of them, I will prep outside. I've got someone chasing Shepherd down, but Shepherd has a pretty good lead, and he only has a granite club, so I'm not worried about that. Brio, I'm gonna hide in the pocket like I usually do. Just get shooting on them. Now, I do believe this worked. Mechanoids are making quick work of them, giving me far less people to fight up here. Alright, Teddy's a little hurt. Bring him back. I do have some prisoners, or rather some people I've knocked unconscious, soon to be prisoners. And that was a pretty amazing shot there. So they're fleeing. Shepherd losing the Duke out with Darius there. With a destroyed toe. I kind of forgot he was out there, which is my mistake. If you're fleeing this way, let me just... Yeah, one less. Alright, Brio, I want you to capture this person. We will put them in our newly made hospital for prisoners. Now, there's more people elsewhere that I could capture, but I really have to deal with the mechanoids first. And they did manage to almost break the ship and incapacitate one of the centipedes, with the other centipede dreadfully injured. And this other centipede seems to be targeting my base, so I think it's on its way. Holder, I will be waking you up. So let's see. Anyone I want to keep? You know, not terrible. Brawler, psychically dull, with a really high melee. What is my relationship? My relationship with them isn't that great. I'm actually going to recruit them. Yep. I think that will be a better use of Gazelle, providing they don't have any permanent injuries, and they don't. So yes, that will be Gazelle's fate, is the attempt of recruitment. Chem fuel, oh, interesting. It's a strange thing to get airdropped down. So I do have some wounded people here. No one bleeding urgently, and everyone is about to get all patched up. I did lose a toe, something I'm going to want to remedy sooner or later. And this very weakened centipede is heading my way. Slowly. Incredibly slowly. Like you've never seen slow before. Now, a lot of my colonists here are in immense pain due to the mechanites that plague them. Alright, here we go. You have a minigun. I'm going to take some of my best shooters and go deal with this centipede, which doesn't seem to... Oh, great! The toxic fallout is done. Doesn't want to seem to die. Oof. Because she was in intense pain to begin with, she ended up going down remarkably quick. I will send Brio out to rescue and Jeremy out to haul. I do believe my 3 colonists will be able to handle this, though. The centipede isn't particularly accurate, and I am pegging it, and down it goes. Alright, so now Teddy wants to eat that. I'll haul the minigun. Someone needs to destroy this. And Shepard will run back home. In fact, actually, let's change that up. Shepard, you haul the minigun. Tusk, I have a task for you. You will head south and destroy the remnants of this ship. From point blank. Down it goes. And now haul another minigun out. Perfect. I would say that that's a pretty reasonable result. I like it. A blight. Oh boy. That's not good. Destroyed most of my growing zones. Alright, Shep, I'm going to put back on cleaning duty. Things did get a wee bit bloody around my base due to all the damage inflicted by both Tribe and Mechanoid. As for research, I am going to take Tusk temporarily off of research in hopes that Tusk heads south to this little plasteel patch. I haven't really scoured the whole map in search of plasteel before, but I would really love some plasteel. I think a pretty good goal for me here is to secure a permanent colony and still make a spaceship to leave. So that will be my aim. Gonna hold her up. So I only have 3 medicine. I really do need to start sewing building that back up. Looks like Tusk is heading to the plasteel, which is great. And Jeremy is starting to construct this multi-analyzer, which is exactly what I want. Gazelle here, who I'm really going to have to rename. I'm going to keep thinking Gazelle's female. Oh, a party? Sorry, you will be missing that. Yeah, a lot of your lover, Comba, died. A lot of your friends died, and only one rival. Yeah, you're going to have a bad day for a long time. That's just how it's going to be. Look at these mechanite arms mining at the speed of light. Party's finished. He is still bashing on this door. Brio, guess what? You're on repair duty. Gonna make sure Tusk is staying on task, which she is. Now, I don't need a whole lot of plasteel for this. Only 50, so only one more node of this, and I'm good for now. So let's haul this back. So other than the occasional tow or so, most of my problems, most of my permanent injuries are pretty insignificant, which I'm happy about. But it has come to my attention I am very low on steel. In fact, I might have 0. And pretty low on components. So I'm going to queue up some steel and component mining, gathering. Just about done doing all the cleaning. This base is really, I like it. It's coming together. Tusk is working on my steel. Oh, she was. I'm going to make sure I prioritize growing a little bit higher. I have a lot of stuff that could be sown, but isn't. There we go. There's just little things about the base. Little things that need to change. These batteries are full. Let's separate them off the grid. These batteries are getting there. Getting close. Now I want to be growing corn there, but I don't really have heaters in the room yet. So I don't know how viable that is. But I am in the process of getting heaters going. Oops. That's not what I meant to do. Alright, so we're well heated, even though it's unroofed. That way I can have fertilized eggs shipped into me, which was my plan the whole time. Hot and in darkness, hungry and in pain. That's a bummer, buddy. Don't really have the wood to spare for prisoner quite yet. I might get there, but I don't really want to spare it just yet. I'm going to be hauling the remainder of the steel and some centipedes back. There's a heck of a lot of bodies. I'm finally cutting down trees, which is good. As you can see, I have a lot of other wood projects queued up that haven't been taken care of yet. And Gazelle joined me. Now let's rename Gazelle. How about just Gaz? There, that seems about right. Purple Gazelle is not does not scream masculinity to me. I know that might make me sexist, but I don't care. Now it looks like there's still some things pulling power off of these backup batteries. So I do have to adjust the grid accordingly. Now let's see. Perfect. They're no longer being used. Gotta flick some switches and fill them back up. Having multiple backup batteries is really, really important. One thing I do need is I need a larger power grid, which is something I will work on soon. I'm going to probably line some batteries in this hallway that will be part of the constant power grid. I do have to be on the lookout for carnivores or other predators because my colonists are pretty tasty meat bags, and I don't really want to be murdered. So now the multi-analyzer is up and running. Research speed is higher than it's ever been. I'm excited about that. Going to further expand my power grid, making sure I don't have any outages, shortages, whatever you want to call it. There we go. That will be the last edition of this power grid. This cell. There might be other cells if in the future it is required. I will do just that. Alright, so we have a bedroom for Jeremy. I'm going to assign it to him. And of course, his old bedroom will now become Gaz's. Meaning, yes, I still need another bedroom. It seems like as soon as I finish one, another is required. But I think I'll be able to build this one pretty quickly here. Many hands make short work of big tasks, and I have quite a many hands working here. I'm going to put Tusk back on research. She's now done mining that area anyway. I do, however, want to make sure there are some spots here that I will need to fill in with slate. That is the stone of the area. To make sure I don't have any infestations. I don't want to have to fight infestations if I don't have to. They're fun, but insect meat is useless. Mechanoids are a lot more useful. Maybe a little bit more difficult, but a lot more useful for their parts. Now I'm going to separate my second battery bank out from the grid. It's no longer connected to the grid. Remember to turn on the lights on my farm, which now is growing quite nicely. Got a rather large growing operation here, which I am proud of. One thing that is very apparent to me is my lack of auto doors. I do not have any. I don't really need auto doors to my bedrooms or anything like that, but auto doors to the rest of the area would be quite nice. Before Teddy, you go to sleep. Let's see, I don't have materials. Okay, that explains it. Now this is inside. Once it's roofed. Guess you decided not to roof it in time. I am feeling pretty good about this base, guys. Really am. I think it's not as well defended as it needs to be. I will make that admission. But it is big, supplies most of the everything I need from it. It is well designed, I think, I hope. I mean, I'm sure there's better things I could be doing. I'm sure of it. I haven't tried to make it flawless, but it is decent. That's all I'm saying. Wow, she is a wonder how fast she gets that going. What is my research speed? It is almost 400%. Damn. Damn. That is incredible. And I'm going to be having her do pretty much just research for a while now, so that means that it's only going to get better. She's at 18. I probably got her up to 20. It'll drop back down due to decay, but that's pretty good. Alright, so another thing I want to do is create a tunnel here. Now I know there was some spots here that were needing to be covered. Because they had overhead mountain, meaning they were free to be infestation swarms. I don't want infestation swarms. And it looks like I am out of components. Who else can mine in my group besides Tusk? Jeremy, you can. I mean, everyone can. It's just who wants to. Jeremy is, I think, the next best guy for the job. So as you can see here, it's clear that I need a larger battery backup. I am just about going to lose power here in just a second. Because I don't have enough batteries to hold power until daytime. So that'll be another construction project of mine that I'll undertake. But until I have that, I will use my backup batteries, one of the sets of backups. I just don't have the steel or components for that quite yet. Let's see. Teddy, you're going to be mining for me as well. Brio, I'll set everyone to mine. Everyone that can will mine. Now I might have to snake my way through this area here, which is fine. If that is what I have to do, I'm prepared to do it. will see. Yep, there's some snaking I will have to do. Now the purpose of this is to make sure I have a very secured entrance to my base. Oh, speaking of which, I got some pirates. Not enough pirates. You should have brought more. That is just enough pirates to get you murdered by me. Not enough pirates to assure your success. So Gaz, you are a meleeer. Let's give you a spear. And they're all sappers, so let's get ready for that. Yeah, think about that. Maybe I ought to turn around. I really didn't mean to sell my personal shield that I sold, which I'm upset by. Luciferium. Not an addict, though. Strange. Alright, so I'm going to have Teddy and Gaz set up this way, just in case they want to go around. And it doesn't look like they're going to go around. So I can pull them back to the fight. Now this guy has a suicide wish, so he'll get death, just as he wants. So actually, I'm gonna double back on what I said. I think, yep, perfect. I knew they were going to flee, and I wanted to be in a position to catch them while they do. So here we go. I'm gonna say, Jeremy, you equip the LMG. That's gonna be better than your current weapon. Brio, haul the Luciferium. Tusk, haul that. And I'm going to try to get Gaz and Teddy to cut them off. See if I can't get... Nope. Guess I didn't quite prep that in time. Looking good to me. Alright. Gaz is having a little mental break here, because still his friends have died, many of them. That's alright, I understand, Gaz. I get it. You don't have to justify your craze to me. It sucks. I killed a bunch of your friends. You can wander all you want, I suppose. It looks like it might be difficult to try to find a path here. I will try. I might have to snake around the edge, but we will see. But eventually I want a path through all this and form as many rooms and whatnot as I can in this slate area. I could, of course, just mine the whole thing out. Do I have an artist? I do have one artist holder. Which makes me think of creating slate blocks. Quickly, I'm going to create some granite blocks with whatever's remaining there. Oop, you're not Tusk. There we are. So I think I'm a little bit over my half an hour mark. I'm going to call this good for now, this little episode 10. And I wanted to thank everyone for watching. And if you have any feedback or questions or comments, please drop me a line. And I hope you enjoyed. Thank you.